Carrie and Aidan's relationship in And Just Like That Season 3 is the definition of "it's complicated," and series writers and executive producers Julie Rottenberg and Eliza Zuritsky discuss the characters' messy romance and all the other storylines in Episode 2, Rat Race. At the end of And Just Like That Season 2, Carrie, Sarah Jessica Parker, agreed to take a 5-year break from her relationship with Aidan, John Corbett, because he felt he needed to devote more of his energy to his kids. But Season 3 is already showing that these two can't seem to quit each other. Rat Race finds Carrie and Aidan trying to navigate their relationship when he surprises her with a visit. Miranda, Cynthia Nixon, finds herself trying to woo a new crush while Charlotte, Kristen Davis, and Lisa, Nicole Ari Parker, try to woo a college admissions guru, Kristen Schaal. Meanwhile, Seema, Sarita Chowdhury, is urged to see a matchmaker, Sherry Ottery. Screen Rant sat down with Rottenberg and Zuritsky, who also worked on the original Sex and the City, to talk about all things Episode 2, which they wrote together. They discuss the challenges Carrie and Aidan are facing as a couple, as well as Miranda's vulnerability in trying to date as a gay woman in her 50s. They also touch on why it's easier to write Charlotte in And Just Like That, and how the new ladies fit into the show. Aidan coming back into Carrie's life in Season 2 sees her the happiest she's been since before Big died at the start of And Just Like That. Zuritsky spoke of their fairytale reunion, saying it was rainbows and unicorns and perfection on a stick, minus the fact that he wouldn't go upstairs to her apartment. But other than that, they were on a magic carpet ride. But while Carrie and Aidan spent much of the sophomore season nestled in their romance bubble, it burst in a big way after Wyatt, Logan Souza, crashed Aidan's truck. This season, we were really deliberate when we set out to kind of roll up our sleeves and say, let's get real, Zuritsky continued. What would this look like now? It's reality. We ended the season with very real consequences. His kid is going through a crisis, smacked in the face with reality. Reality is full of challenges for the couple, including them living in different states and the fact that Aidan is dealing with serious issues as a parent, which Carrie can't relate to as a child-free woman. He's a dad, and she's not, and she's never been in his shoes, and she doesn't live in his town, and she loves him, but she loves what works for her, him, and we wanted to get into the mess of real love, real life. Can all the pieces fit together? When can the big pieces fit together when the little ones don't? Zuritsky said. It's a question that Carrie looks to be grappling with for the rest of the season. Rat Race begins and ends with two very different versions of the protagonist. At the beginning, when Carrie meets the Gen Z Lizette, Katarina Tannenbaum, for drinks, she's the wise lucky lady who met her boyfriend pre-apps, and then by the end of the episode, put her squarely in the frustration zone of like, we're now texting emojis to each other. It's definitely not ideal, and certainly not helped by Aidan's dismissive thumbs-down emoji response to a table Carrie thoughtfully picked out for them. But the reason the Sex and the City universe has been such an enduring franchise is because of how well it captures the messy, complicated rat's nest that is human love. Carrie may have a flowerless garden with no idea of how to fill it, but we can't wait to watch her figure it out. Of the original characters, Miranda is the only single lady in And Just Like That, and Season 3 sees her looking to date. While she had plenty of experience navigating the minefield of courtship in Sex and the City, that was when she was dating men. Dating women is a whole new challenge for her. Rottenberg said, the experience of dating? To see Miranda, who we all think of as this very accomplished, smart, confident person, to have her in what is the most vulnerable situation when you're dating, and you're putting yourself out there, is always delicious. Miranda indeed puts herself out there in Season 2, when she develops a crush on a server whom she bonds with over a mutual love for a trashy reality show called By Bingo. Of all the storylines, this is the most reminiscent of Sex and the City, and when Miranda finally steals up the courage to ask the server out, she gets rejected. It's bittersweet, as we're proud of Miranda for being vulnerable, but sad that she didn't get the girl, and made more poignant by a masterful performance. Cynthia Nixon makes it even better than we ever imagined, Rottenberg adds, but things look more promising when BBC producer Joy, Dolly Wells, comes back into Miranda's life, and there's a spark between them. That she has this crush on someone who's very much her equal was an exciting new thought, Rottenberg continues. Because we've never seen her at least in a long-term relationship with someone who's really her intellectual equal. While Miranda hooking up with the server would have been a steamy scene, Joy seems like the more interesting crush, for all the reasons Rottenberg pointed out. But only time will tell what, if anything, comes of it. The And Just Like That writers are brimming with Charlotte stories. Julie Rottenberg and Eliza Zuritsky best relate to Charlotte as wives and mothers themselves. With Charlotte being the only member of the original cast truly living her romantic happily ever after, it could have been easier for her to get sidelined in And Just Like That. But all her storylines feel lived in and relatable, including the unique experience of hunting down the perfect college admissions guru. It's a very specific form of insanity here. We are barely exaggerating, Rottenberg said of the New York college process. Zuritsky chimed in, especially in the private school realm in the Upper East Side. There was a time when we wrote for Charlotte back in the series where I think we didn't relate to her as much, but obviously we still wrote for her. We love her. She's a great character, and Kristen Davis is an incredible actress. Now we very much relate to her. We are both married with kids, and if anything, that's like the easiest story. Those are the easiest stories, Rottenberg confessed. This is precisely why Charlotte's storylines feel so naturalistic on the show. We're brimming with Charlotte's stories, Rottenberg continued. I'd like to say, Zuritsky and I both have solid, knock on wood, marriages and certainly still have plenty to complain about and laugh at and be frustrated by. It may have once seemed impossible to contemplate the friend group in the Sex and the City universe to be anything other than the core four, but by season 3, Seema and Lisa fit into the and just like that cast like a glove. In Rat Race, we see Lisa and Charlotte sharing the college admissions guru storyline while Seema gives her 2 cents on Carrie's emoji drama over lunch. Now you've seen enough episodes to see them sitting together at Hot Fellas, Rottenberg said. I think we're finally feeling at home.